2023 is expected to be a very down year for real estate. And so how are you getting your leads? What is your strategy? I'm seeing a lot of real estate agents actually getting out of the business. And the expectation is that a high percent, 60 to 70% of new real estate agents that came within the last couple of years will be exiting. What are you going to do to get your leads in 2023? Here's 5 ways I get mine. Let's do it. What's good? My name is Sean Slaughter, real estate agent and investor, and my mission is to help new real estate agents and entrepreneurs level up. Being a real estate agent means that you have to have a lead strategy. How are you consistently filling your pipeline, your CRM, with leads? Because when a downturn comes, you're going to go back to your CRM, you're going to go back to your pipeline, you're going to go back to leads that you may have been working on for 6 months, 8 months. Those are the leads you're going to go back to because they may be ready to buy at the point where you don't have a lot of leads coming in. But how do you get those leads? Because realistically, as a real estate agent, you're always building leads. When you're talking to somebody, you're always building leads. You're always warming them up. And I'm not saying that you're being the jerky, real estate agent that's just like, hey, I sell a real estate. You want to buy a home? I'm not saying that. To me, that is not sales. That's begging. What I'm talking about is in what ways are you getting in front of people and providing value and insight so that when it is time for them to buy real estate, you are the first one that comes to mind. Here are 5 ways, plus a bonus, that I get real estate leads. 1, referrals from friends, family, and past clients. Now, in order to get these referrals from friends, family, and past clients, you're going to have to connect with them or contact with them on a pretty regular basis throughout the year. Because people generally are thinking about themselves. If you study social psychology, you'll understand that 90 to 95% of the time, people are thinking about themselves, not you and not your business. So you constantly have to put yourselves in front of them in a way that's not intrusive or annoying so that when it is time for them to buy a home or somebody else to buy a home, they can think about you and refer you. And so one of the ways to do that is through phone calls, texts. Hey, just checking in, seeing how you're doing, seeing what's going on. Non-real estate questions, but just checking in with them, being a good friend, being a good family member, being a good real estate agent to your past clients, doing pop buys and dropping by, and I do this to my past clients, dropping by bottles of wine or dropping by little gifts on a regular basis just to let them know I'm thinking about them and so that they keep me top of mind. And you want to do handwritten letters. Yes, in 2023, I said handwritten notes. Here's one little secret that I'm learning. The more digital that things become, the more valuable in-person interaction will become. All right? The more things go digital, the more in-person or connection that is authentic will become. And so where you can send somebody a digital birthday card, it is way different than sending them a handwritten birthday card. Where you can send somebody a digital thank you, it is way better to write a handwritten thank you because the handwriting on a letter or on a card says that you took time, it was thoughtful, it wasn't just a template you copied and pasted off the internet. You actually put some effort into it. You went to the mailbox, put a stamp on it, you mailed it, right? First world problems, right? So these are different ways that you can stay top of mind with your friends, family, and past clients so that they can refer business to you. 2, the gym. Now, some of y'all are saying, Sean, I'm not going to no gym. I ain't stepping foot inside a gym. First of all, going to the gym is a very healthy way to start your day. And you don't have to go to the gym for 90 minutes or an hour. You can go to the gym for 30 minutes. You can walk on a treadmill, you can do some cardio type stuff. But the main important thing about going to the gym is connecting with people. If you're a gym rat like I am, and I don't mean gym rat in the sense of like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just like going to the gym. It is literally part of my daily routine, like brushing my teeth. I go 3 or 4 times a week. And I've gone to 3 different gyms because I've moved to 3 different places here in Virginia. And every place that I've moved, I've created, I've been a part of that gym's culture. So when I was in Hampton, I was part of that gym's culture. Me and my boys would go there. We would know the people that work there. I would know the people at the front desk. You just create a gym culture. In Newport News, again, I would go there consistently and frequently. I would know the people at the front desk. I would know everybody. They would know me. It was a consistent thing. And because I went at a certain time in the morning, there was always a certain crew and people that were there. And now where I live now, it's the same thing. I am continually going to the gym and have a bunch of guys that I meet there to work out with and different things like that. And what's cool about going to the gym is I've actually had my wife get a Cricut. And, I ordered some plain shirts and I just created some shirts. I actually bought some muscle shirts and, put my logos on them. And I'm just a walking billboard. And what I'm not doing is, hey, you want to buy, you want to sell? I'm just talking to folks. And if we happen to talk about real estate, then I then provide value and insight. And that's it. That's all I'm doing is providing value and insight. Once that they know I provide value and insight, then they come to me and they want to have more real estate questions. And the more answers and value that you can give, the more trust that you're building so that when they're ready to buy or sell their home, or as a friend that's ready to buy or sell their home, they'll think of you first. 3, my B&I group. So for this group, this is pretty new for me. I got interested in B&I about 6-7 months ago. My friend was in a B&I group. He invited me, and it was fascinating. B&I is a global organization that is based on whose mission is basically to connect business owners so that they can refer clients to one another. And then they also have business building tools for you to build your business. What's amazing about this is that every group has one occupation, one real estate agent, one title company, one painter, one tax accountant. In our group, we have different people like somebody that sells gold, somebody that does digital marketing, somebody that sells insurance, somebody that does financial planning and investments. So you only have one person. So that because I'm the only real estate agent in my group, any real estate things that are happening within the other members, they bring to me, particularly referrals. The whole goal of the group is referrals. We track referrals. We put our numbers in for referrals. Like literally the whole goal of the group is to refer business to one another. And I like that it's tracked so you can see who's giving referrals, who's not giving referrals. All right. There's a cost to the group, a couple of $100 a year, but one transaction takes care of that for me easily. All right. So there are many other groups that are similar to B&I where you can network and so on and so forth. I like B&I because I like the structure that it gives. I like that it's been around for a very, very long time. It has a platform for referring. And then it can get to a point to where there's so many B&I groups in Virginia and outside of Virginia and across the world that anybody that wants to move to this, the greater Hampton Roads, coastal Virginia area, somebody in my B&I group can refer them to me, right? And get credit for that. You get credit for referring. You also get credit for referring, somebody that to somebody else. So think about joining a group like B&I where you can meet up on a weekly, bi-weekly basis and get referrals. 4, community organizations. I'm talking about schools. I'm talking about community centers. I'm talking about places where you can go and help and assist. Me personally, I used to be a teacher. I used to work in the schools. And so I like going back to the schools and talking about money, investments, finance, and real estate. And doing this, I've gotten leads. Now I'm talking to kids, but there are teachers there, right? There are counselors there. There's admin there. And they call me because they're interested in the information that I'm providing to their students. And I've gotten leads out of that. But it's also just a good thing to do, right? We want to be good citizens in our community, and it's just wonderful to give back. So join a community organization. It could be your church. It could be a school. It could be a combination of all of those, right? and just go help. That's it, right? People will want to use you when they see that you're trustworthy and you're helpful and you provide value. People will not want to use you if they feel like you're joining the organization so that you can sell real estate. So don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you go out into your community and provide value, your community will provide value back to you. 5, social media. Now, the one thing that social media does for me is that it creates a brand and it allows me to consistently stay in front of everybody that I just listed. So my referral sources, family, friend, and past clients, my social media posts, my YouTube videos allow me to stay in their feeds. People at the gym, I can tell people at the gym, hey, go check out my YouTube channel. Go check out my Instagram, all right? It allows me to continue to provide value and insight without doing it in person. And most of the time, if you see a speaker or you connect with somebody and you like them, you'll go find them on social media. And so when they find me on social media, they get to see me providing value. One other thing that I do is, if you haven't noticed, I wear a lot of real estate shirts. Now, I'm not like a super fashionable dude, I like fashion, but I'd rather be comfortable, I guess is what I'm saying. But I wear real estate t-shirts almost exclusively. And either they're shirts that I buy or they're shirts that I have my wife make for me on Cricut. Why do I do that? Because I am all in on this real estate thing, all right? That may not be something that you want to do. I like to make sure the shirts that I buy, look good, they're fashionable, they're not too corny. But these shirts, when I'm out in the community, when I'm out in the gym, it's these shirts that are starting conversations. And so I really believe in just being a walking billboard and having really cool shirts, right? But as many times I've walked around in the grocery store and somebody says, hey, I like your shirt, are you a realtor? Right? And it's a funny shirt. I like having fun. I'm into comedy, so I like wearing really funny shirts. And so if somebody says, hey, that's funny, are you a realtor? Or they might say, my friend's a realtor, whatever, but it's just a connection point with people, all right? So that's just kind of one little extra bonus besides this bonus. The 6th way that I get leads is through listings. Last year, I doubled my listings than the year before. And this year, I want to continue on that trajectory. I want to continue to increase my overall numbers, but I want at least half of all the business that I do to be listings. The reason that listings get me business is, number one, it gives me a reason to post on social media. Here's my listing. Here's a 60-second walkthrough. People take my listing and then they share it for their friends that are looking for a house. I get to use like KV Core, and I get to boost that listing through social media, and people have to give their information in order to see the listing, so I get to capture leads. These are very cold leads, but they are leads nonetheless. And so listings are a fantastic way. If you're listing houses and you're not promoting them on social media, some people do postcards. I tried the postcards, didn't work for me. If you have listings and you're not promoting these listings where people don't know them, if you're not doing 60-second walkthroughs of these listings, then you're actually missing buyers, all right? Open houses, I have a listing, I do an open house. I get buyers, they leave their information, their name and their information. If they don't have a real estate agent, that gives me an excuse to reach out to them and say, hey, are you looking for properties like the one you saw at my open house? I have a few more that I would like to show you, all right? So that's the bonus for you. Look for listings, make sure you're becoming a listing agent. That doesn't mean don't show buyers, but make sure that your goal is to be a listing agent, because for every buyer, you get one buyer. But if for every listing, you also get a buyer. It's a 2-for-1. I hope that helps. Please make sure that you like, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, it doesn't cost you anything. Just subscribe to the channel. Credit shop the bell if you want to be notified of new content. This is the House of Motivation, the place where inspiration